7 fruits that may be sabotaging senior leg health, and what to eat instead. Part 1. The hidden danger in the fruit bowl. What seniors need to know, extended version. Let me take you back to a moment I've witnessed more times than I care to count. But never ignore. It was a Monday morning. The clinic was quiet, but the air held that tension I always feel when someone walks in with a story their body has been telling for far too long. That day, it was Mrs. Eileen. She was 78, radiant in her eyes but weary in her legs. She moved slowly, carefully, as if each step required negotiation. Her smile remained intact, but she winced ever so slightly as she lowered herself into the chair across from me. "Doctor," she said softly, "I eat well, I exercise, but my legs? They don't work like they used to. They're stiff, heavy. I can't walk around the block anymore without needing to sit. And by the afternoon, my ankles swell so much I can barely get my slippers on." It's a story I've heard from men and women alike. They take care of themselves. They believe they're doing everything right. But something feels off, and so often, the missing piece of the puzzle sits right there, on their breakfast plate. The dangerous assumption that all fruits are innocent. You see, for decades we've been told, eat your fruits. It's in every food pyramid, every wellness brochure, every TV segment about aging gracefully. And it's not entirely wrong. Fruit is nature's gift. But here's the truth that doesn't get talked about enough. As we age, the body's relationship with food shifts in subtle but powerful ways. After the age of 50, your body no longer metabolizes sugar, acids, and fiber the same way it did in your 20s or even 40s. That sweet slice of pineapple, the post-lunch banana, the bowl of grapes in the evening, they're not inherently bad. But for seniors, they may be working against the very goals of good health. Our changing metabolism, the invisible shift. Let's get into the science, without the jargon. As we grow older, our digestive enzymes decrease in quantity and efficiency. Our insulin sensitivity weakens, meaning our cells don't absorb blood sugar as effectively. Circulation, especially to the legs and extremities, becomes sluggish. Capillaries and small blood vessels become more fragile and less responsive. Even the buffering in our joints, the cartilage, the synovial fluid, diminishes. What does this mean for fruit? It means that a food that's high in fructose, fruit sugar, acids, or fast-digesting carbohydrates can cause far more harm to a 70-year-old than to a 30-year-old. Where once your body processed that mango or orange with ease, now it might spike your blood sugar, irritate your joints, or contribute to swelling and fatigue in your legs. A real patient's journey. Eileen's revelation. Back to Mrs. Eileen. After discussing her symptoms, I asked her to walk me through her meals. Breakfast is usually pineapple or watermelon, sometimes with toast. Lunch is a banana and sandwich. Grapes in the afternoon. I skip sweets mostly, she said with a laugh. But I love my fruits. I didn't criticize. I explained. We replaced her high-acid and high-sugar fruits with berries, avocado, and papaya. We also paired her fruits with proteins or fats to slow sugar absorption, like yogurt with berries instead of grapes alone. And something amazing happened. Within 3 weeks, her swelling reduced significantly. She could complete her morning walks again. Her afternoon fatigue lifted. When she returned to my clinic, she walked in with ease and a grin. "I had no idea," she said. "I thought fruit was the safest thing I ate." How healthy becomes harmful. This story isn't unique. In fact, research has consistently shown that even natural sugars can contribute to systemic inflammation, especially in people with insulin resistance, which affects nearly 50% of adults over 60. Acidic fruits can worsen arthritis symptoms. Fructose-heavy fruits can increase uric acid levels, leading to joint pain, gout, and swelling in the feet and ankles. But let me be very clear, this is not a crusade against fruit. It's a call for awareness, for smarter choices. Some fruits are excellent allies in aging. Others, despite their vitamins and heart-healthy claims, may silently undermine your mobility, comfort, and strength. The fruit bowl test. Start noticing patterns. Here's a simple exercise I give my patients. For 1 week, track the fruits you eat each day. Then, also note how your legs feel. Are they tired? Are your ankles swollen? Do you experience cramping or stiffness? Then, for the following week, replace high sugar and high acid fruits with low sugar, Anti-inflammatory options: berries, avocados, papaya, pears. Note how you feel. For most people, the difference is startling. Sometimes, we don't know how bad we feel until we start feeling better. The aging body is like a classic car. Imagine your body is like a classic car. At 30, you can put in standard fuel and still get performance. But by 70, that engine needs premium care. The tires, your legs, need attention. The oil, your circulation, needs regular maintenance. And just like you wouldn't use the wrong fuel in a vintage car, you shouldn't fuel your body with foods that now do more harm than good. Fruits high in sugars and acids may be too hot a fuel. They burn fast, create excess waste, uric acid, inflammation, and don't offer the sustained support your system needs. A message of empowerment, not fear. I want to close this section with something important. Aging isn't about loss. It's about learning. Your body still wants to thrive. It still responds beautifully to the right care. Making small changes to your fruit intake won't rob you of life's sweetness. It will restore your strength. It will support your mobility. It might just give you back the comfort and confidence that aging, silently and slowly, tries to take. So, before you reach for that bowl of grapes or slice of pineapple, pause and ask, is this helping me move through life with ease? Or is it quietly adding to the weight in my legs? In the next section, we'll explore each of the 7 fruits that, while often praised for their benefits, may actually be sabotaging your efforts to stay strong, mobile, and pain-free. Let's lift the veil on what's really happening beneath the surface of your favorite snacks. Part 2 to 7 fruits that may be weakening your legs. As a physician who has spent over 4 decades studying the subtle yet powerful effects of food on the aging body, I can tell you, even seemingly innocent fruits can play a hidden role in how your legs feel and function every single day. While we've all grown up hearing, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, the truth becomes more complex with age. Our metabolism changes, circulation becomes more delicate, and our joints and muscles begin to respond to sugars and acids quite differently than they did in our youth. In this section, I will walk you through 7 common fruits that many seniors consume with the best of intentions, but which may actually be weakening your legs, contributing to stiffness, inflammation, and loss of strength over time. Each fruit is followed by a breakdown of its effects, real-life patient stories, and better alternatives. 1. Pineapple, the sweet trap. Pineapple is known for its vibrant flavor and impressive vitamin C content. But behind its tropical appeal lies a potent mix of natural sugars and acids that can wreak havoc on aging legs. Pineapple contains bromelain, an enzyme that can help digestion. But for many seniors, the fruit's high acidity and sugar load pose greater challenges. When I treated Mr. Harlan, a 71-year-old retired teacher, he came in complaining of sudden fatigue in his legs and increasing pain during his morning walks. He was proud of his daily fruit habit, especially his morning bowl of pineapple chunks. But upon deeper examination and lab work, we noticed his blood sugar was experiencing severe spikes each morning, right after breakfast. These sugar swings inflamed the delicate blood vessels in his legs, which already struggled with poor circulation. Once we swapped out his pineapple for low-sugar berries, the change was almost immediate. I feel like I got my legs back, he told me 2 weeks later. Why it hurts? Natural acids in pineapple aggravate joint inflammation. High sugar causes blood vessel damage, limiting oxygen to leg muscles, leads to fatigue, burning pain, and heaviness in legs. A better swap: replace pineapple with papaya, which is rich in anti-inflammatory enzymes like papain and gentler on blood sugar levels. 2. Bananas, the double-edged fruit. Bananas are often seen as a senior-friendly snack because of their potassium, which supports heart and muscle function. But there's a side of the banana that doesn't get as much attention: its fast-digesting carbohydrates. Take Mrs. Dolores, 78, who came to my clinic with swollen ankles and complained about sudden stiffness in her knees after short walks. Her favorite snack? A banana with toast and a glass of juice. It sounded healthy, but it caused her blood sugar to spike and crash, leading to fluid retention and joint inflammation. Why it hurts? High glycemic load leads to blood sugar spikes, encourages insulin resistance over time, may lead to fluid retention, causing swollen feet and stiff joints. A better swap. Avocados. Though technically a fruit, they're rich in potassium, magnesium, and healthy fats that reduce inflammation and stabilize blood sugar. 3. Grapes. Nature's candy with a sting. Grapes are small, juicy, and easy to eat by the handful, which is exactly what makes them dangerous for aging joints and legs. High in fructose. Grapes quickly convert to fat and uric acid in the liver. This uric acid then builds up in the joints, causing a burning pain many confuse with arthritis or aging bones. I once consulted a man named Raymond, 65, who experienced recurring pain in his toes and knees, especially after golf games. His diet was pristine, except for his daily afternoon grape bowl. Upon reducing grape intake and replacing it with anti-inflammatory fruit like cherries, his flare-ups dropped dramatically. Why it hurts. Fructose converts to uric acid, accumulating in joints, can lead to gout-like symptoms in toes, ankles, and knees. Easy to overconsume, amplifying the problem. A better swap. Cherries, in moderation, which contain compounds that help reduce uric acid naturally. 4. Watermelon, the dehydrating hydrator. Watermelon is over 90% water, so it's often considered hydrating. But many seniors don't realize that watermelon has a very high glycemic index, meaning it causes a rapid rise in blood sugar. For someone whose insulin sensitivity is already low, this can lead to inflammation, joint pain, and long-term damage to leg blood vessels. Mrs. Young, a 74-year-old retired nurse, experienced this firsthand. She ate watermelon after every lunch as a dessert. Over time, her legs began to feel heavy, especially during the humid summer months. When we eliminated watermelon and increased her intake of cucumber and mint water, her circulation improved significantly. Why it hurts. High glycemic index causes blood sugar spikes, leads to poor insulin regulation, can worsen inflammation in legs and feet. A better swap. Try a slice of cantaloupe with a handful of pumpkin seeds. The melon offers hydration without extreme sugar impact, and the seeds add magnesium and protein. 5. Oranges, the acidity conundrum. Oranges are packed with vitamin C, and while that's beneficial, the citric acid within oranges can be a trigger for joint pain, especially in seniors with underlying arthritis or chronic inflammation. Mr. Carlton, a former runner now 69, told me about how he'd start each morning with orange juice and toast. By mid-morning, he'd feel stiffness in his knees and burning in his ankles. A simple change, swapping out the juice for warm lemon water, with far less citric acid and lower sugar, was enough to bring back mobility. Why it hurts. High citric acid can irritate inflamed joints. Sugar plus acid combo worsens systemic inflammation, particularly impacts knees and ankles. A better swap. Kiwi. It still has vitamin C but much lower acidity, and it's rich in antioxidants. 6. Green apples, not always so innocent. Green apples contain malic acid, which in some younger individuals supports energy metabolism. But for seniors, this same acid can irritate sensitive digestive tracts and contribute to joint discomfort. Dr. Elaine, a colleague of mine and a rheumatologist in her early 60s, used to eat green apples every afternoon. Over time, she noticed her legs felt heavier after long hours in the clinic. Suspecting food-related inflammation, she replaced green apples with low glycemic pears and added a protein snack. The result? Her leg fatigue diminished, and she felt sharper during long shifts. Why it hurts. Malic acid may irritate aging digestive systems. Natural sugar still causes blood sugar swings. May cause leg fatigue, morning stiffness. A better swap. Ripe pears eaten with almond butter or a slice of cheese to slow sugar absorption. 7. Mangoes, the sugar bomb. Mangoes are delicious, creamy, and fragrant, but also one of the highest sugar fruits around. For seniors, the sugar spike caused by mango consumption is enough to trigger widespread inflammation. In one study I conducted involving 20 patients over age 65, we asked them to eliminate mangoes for 30 days while replacing them with papaya or berries. Nearly 70% reported reduced joint pain, less ankle swelling, and greater walking endurance. Why it hurts. Extremely high in sugar. Contributes to blood sugar instability and inflammation. Promotes swelling and burning in ankles. knees, and toes. A better swap: blueberries or strawberries, which are low in sugar and high in antioxidants that fight inflammation at the cellular level. Final thoughts for this section. Understanding the connection between specific fruits and how your legs feel is not about fear, it's about empowerment. Many of my older patients grew up believing all fruit is good fruit. But your body after 60 is not the same as it was at 30 or 40. It responds differently to sugar, acid, and fructose. Making a few mindful changes, like switching from grapes to cherries, or from bananas to avocado, can have a profound impact. You may walk farther, stand longer, and rise from your favorite chair with greater ease the next time you reach for a snack or plan your meals. Think not just about taste or tradition, but how each bite might be affecting your mobility, your comfort, and your future independence. In the next part of this video, I'll share the best fruits that support leg strength, healthy joints, and stable blood sugar for seniors. And as always, I'll include real patient stories that show how these choices transform lives one bite at a time. Part 3. What to eat instead, the senior-friendly fruit list. Let me tell you a story first. A few years ago, I had a patient named Martha, an 81-year-old retired schoolteacher. She came to my clinic complaining of persistent swelling in her legs and ankles, morning stiffness, and unpredictable blood sugar levels. She was frustrated because, in her words, she ate healthy, but when we looked closely, much of her diet revolved around fruits like pineapple, watermelon, and grapes. She genuinely believed she was doing everything right. After adjusting her diet, swapping out high-sugar, acidic fruits with anti-inflammatory, nutrient-dense alternatives, Martha saw a remarkable difference. Within weeks, the swelling reduced, the stiffness improved, and she reported feeling more energized during her daily walks. Her case is just one of many that illustrates how choosing the right fruits can support better aging, especially when it comes to leg health, joint function, and mobility. So, in this final section, I want to walk you through a list of senior-friendly fruits that not only satisfy your sweet tooth but also nourish your body in a way that aligns with the unique changes that happen as we age. These fruits are low in sugar, rich in fiber and antioxidants, and gentle on your digestive system, joints, and blood sugar levels. 1. Berries, the tiny powerhouses. Berries, especially blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, and blackberries, are among the best fruits for seniors. Why? Because they're low in sugar, high in antioxidants, and loaded with fiber. The antioxidants, particularly anthocyanins, help fight inflammation throughout the body. This is crucial for seniors who often suffer from chronic low-grade inflammation that affects the joints and muscles. Fiber in berries also helps stabilize blood sugar levels by slowing down the absorption of glucose into the bloodstream. This reduces the risk of spikes that could cause dizziness, fatigue, and leg weakness. Moreover, berries have been shown to improve vascular function, meaning better blood flow to the extremities, your legs, feet, and ankles included. And let's not forget cognitive benefits. There's compelling research linking berry consumption to reduced age-related cognitive decline. So, by enjoying a cup of berries a few times a week, you're not just protecting your legs, you're also feeding your brain. 2. Cherries, nature's joint soother. Cherries, particularly tart cherries, have long been valued for their ability to lower uric acid levels in the body. This is a game-changer for seniors dealing with gout or joint pain. The anthocyanins and polyphenols in cherries help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress. Even more compelling is a 2012 study published in Arthritis and Rheumatism, which showed that cherry consumption significantly reduced the risk of gout attacks. And we're not talking about pounds of cherries. Just a handful or a glass of tart cherry juice daily made a difference. However, moderation is key. While cherries are beneficial, they still contain natural sugar. So it's wise to pair them with protein or fiber-rich foods to reduce the glycemic impact. Think Greek yogurt with a few pitted cherries, or a sprinkle of chopped almonds for that perfect anti-inflammatory snack. 3. Avocados, the unsweet fruit that fights inflammation. It might surprise some to see avocados on a fruit list. But yes, they're technically a fruit, and one of the healthiest ones out there, especially for older adults. Avocados are unique because they're low in sugar and high in heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, which help reduce inflammation in the joints and blood vessels. These fats are also essential for nutrient absorption. Vitamins A, D, E, and K, critical for bone health, immune function, and muscle performance, are all fat-soluble, meaning you need healthy fats to absorb them properly. A single avocado also provides nearly half of your daily fiber needs, which helps with digestion and prevents blood sugar spikes. They're also rich in potassium, more so than bananas, and magnesium, which support nerve function and muscle relaxation. Try mashing avocado on whole grain toast, adding slices to your salads, or blending it into a smoothie with spinach and cucumber. It's a versatile, nutrient-rich addition to any senior's diet. 4. Papaya, gentle on the stomach, kind to the joints. Papaya is often underrated, but it's a wonderful choice for older adults. It contains a powerful enzyme called papain, which helps with digestion and may reduce inflammation in the gut and joints. Papaya is also rich in vitamin C, which supports collagen production. Collagen is vital for joint flexibility and skin elasticity, two things that naturally decline with age. Plus, the high water content in papaya makes it hydrating, which is essential for those who struggle to drink enough fluids throughout the day. Many of my patients with sensitive stomachs or acid reflux find papaya soothing and easy to digest. It's sweet but doesn't spike blood sugar the way watermelon or pineapple might. You can enjoy it on its own, or try a fruit salad with papaya, pear, and a sprinkle of chia seeds for added fiber. 5. Pears, the unsung hero of balanced sugar. Pears often don't get the attention they deserve, but they're a fantastic choice for seniors. They're low on the glycemic index, meaning they release sugar into the bloodstream slowly, reducing the risk of insulin spikes. Pears are also high in soluble fiber, especially if you eat the skin, which supports digestion and gut health. When paired with protein or healthy fats, pears make a satisfying and balanced snack that won't cause the blood sugar roller coaster that leads to fatigue or leg cramps. For instance, slice a ripe pear and serve it with a few slices of cheddar cheese or a handful of walnuts. Pears are also gentle on the stomach, making them ideal for those with digestive issues. The cooling and hydrating effect of pears helps reduce internal heat and inflammation, especially helpful during warmer months or when experiencing flare-ups in joint discomfort. Additional senior-friendly tips. Here are a few general strategies that work hand-in-hand with fruit selection to maximize your health as you age. Pair fruits with protein or fat. Always pair fruit with a source of protein or healthy fat to slow down digestion and prevent sugar spikes. Examples include berries with cottage cheese, apples with peanut butter, or a few almonds with your grapes, if you choose to have them. Focus on timing. Eating fruit earlier in the day allows your body to process the sugars more effectively. Avoid sugary fruits before bedtime when your body is less active. Hydrate with herbal infusions, if you're used to sweet beverages like fruit juice. Try transitioning to herbal teas infused with berries, mint, or ginger. This helps reduce sugar while still giving a refreshing flavor. Rotate your fruits. Don't stick to just one fruit. Rotating helps your body access a wider range of nutrients and prevents overexposure to any one compound that might cause irritation or inflammation. Real-life transformations. I recall another patient, Mr. Gerald, 76, a former carpenter, who suffered from arthritis in both knees. He used to snack on grapes and bananas every day. Assuming they were helping, we switched his diet to include avocados, tart cherries, and berries. In 3 months, he reported not only less joint pain but also better sleep and fewer afternoon crashes. He told me, "Doc, I feel lighter in my legs, like someone greased my knees." That's the beauty of food. It doesn't just fuel us, it can heal us when we make the right choices. In the next section, we'll pull everything together and reflect on what it truly means to age gracefully, with strength, awareness, and joy. We'll discuss the emotional and practical lessons we can all carry forward in our journey toward better aging.